Yo, yo, what it do, everybody? Welcome to the Keep It Being podcast, baby. Hold on, man. Why I'm off of the camera like this, man? Why I'm looking crazy, bro? Hold on. Where my angles at, man? What's going on right here? Listen, baby. It's the Keep It Being podcast, baby. I'm always gonna eat. Y'all already know what the word is, man. Shout out to our sponsor, Crown Clean. You already know. Crown Clean. Make sure you use Bean promo code Bean15, get you 50% off. Um, keep your crowns clean, you feel me? On the mata today, I don't even know if I can speak on this, you feel me? This is something crazy, you feel me? Shout out home game, you feel me? They showed a lot of love yesterday. But you already know, man. I do this not by myself. I got a co-host. I got two co-hosts. Yesterday we finally got to meet up. It was a fun day. It was an amazing day, bro. Actually had a lot of fun yesterday, man. Shout out to the people at home game. Shout out for you cops. They posted us up there. Shout out to Cop USA. We was out there too. Man, that store looks crazy out there, man. But yeah, man, without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce my co-host. Brother, Mr. Ills. What's going on, brother?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
What's good, people? What's going on? Damn, bro. What you got on the mata? What that is?
I got that Sexy Songs for You by Worldwide, a
Ooh.
double-sided blip. You got me,
Ooh.
and then you got Mr. Worldwide on the other side.
Ooh. Oh, double-sided blipski.
Yeah. And there's only one
Okay.
left.
One left.
Yep.
Y'all ain't even dropped that?
Yeah, it dropped with the hat.
Oh, okay, okay. I was about to say, damn, y'all just doing things like that. What happened? I just got mine yesterday, man. I almost didn't even touch it. But yo, bro, today's about to be a fun episode, man. Today we touching on something that fits the fitted community heavily. You know, if you buy fitters, you like getting fly, you like getting fresh, you like putting things together. You feel me? So this person that we bringing up, man, he's been doing this for 10 years, bro. You believe that, bro? You know how many people start and then they just, you feel me? They give up. They can't put up with the hassle, the grind, putting up with dealing with people, manufacturers messing up. This person been doing it for 10 years, gang. 10 years, bro. One of the flyest individuals that I've seen on the IG. Feel me? I got to meet him once and I was like, damn, homie is fly, fresh. I'm talking about he get jiggy. He put on for the Bronx. He put on for the city. And his people too. Shout out to the Bat Gang. Shout out to the Bone family. Shout out to the Foreplay family. So without any further ado, I'm gonna introduce to y'all. What's up? Ori, the Oracle.
Yo, what's
What it
good,
do?
y'all?
What's good, baby? What's
What's
good?
the word? What's the word?
What's
Appreciate
going
you for
on, man?
having me.
Yes, sir.
Ain't
Yes,
nothing.
sir. Man, what's going on, brother? I'm glad to have
Yo,
you here. Yo,
feeling
Ills,
good.
you mind doing me a favor, bro? Can you fix the stage so he's like in the middle? You don't mind? Yeah, there you go. But yeah, man, what's going on, brother?
What's good? What's
Yo,
good?
hey, shit, man. I'm so excited to have you on here. But first and foremost, man, we're a fitted podcast and everything, right?
Mhm.
But we talk about fashion. I just want you to say what you got on the mata. What's
On the
on the mata,
Mata,
brother?
I got that varsity fitted, man. The varsity full play fitted. It's the Brooklyn.
Ooh, talk that,
Brooklyn.
talk that.
So let me get on a full. I'm a graphic designer, so everything on the hat is done by me.
Yes,
Good
sir.
Carefully,
work.
Talk to that.
Good work.
carefully done by me, man. The sticker,
Luxurious,
custom fit.
immaculate.
I got
Oh
the
my god,
Oh,
look at the
damn.
touch. Yeah, bro. Nah, this
I got
joint is
the
crazy.
tape on it. It's the sample, so I don't got the sample tag. I don't got the size tag on the inside, but it's the
Yeah.
sample.
Damn,
But
dog. That
yeah,
joint is crazy, bro. But yeah,
thank you, thank
bro.
you.
As I said in the introduction, man, 10 years, brother. 10 years,
Yes,
right?
I mean it went like this. I swear, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But for the people that don't know Orie and don't know the flyest guy in the city.
I
You feel
appreciate
me?
you, bro.
Give him a little rundown about you, man.
And my name is Orie. I'm Orie Bryant, um, the third. I'm actually the third. Um, and yeah, I'm a graphic designer, artist, multidisciplinary artist for real. For real. I graduated from SUNY Oswego with my
Mm.
with 2 degrees, one in graphic design, the other 2 bachelors, one in graphic design, the other one in public relations. And prior to that, I went to Iona Prep and Rice High School during my high school
Yes.
years, and I played ball around that time. Super passionate about that, and then but I was always adjacent with the arts. I had the same level of passion with the arts, and
Stop
so
playing with him. He
the
don't.
arts
He
I
gets
kept
busy
going with
on
the
both
arts, man.
sides.
On both sides. But the arts is what um, filled my heart a lot more. So, you know what I mean, it led me here. 10
I
years later,
mean,
with the from I mean, I started the brand in 2016, but yes, 10 years later,
it's
we
doing you
here.
very well, brother. It's doing you very
Yes,
well. I think you
yes,
went with the
yes,
right choice, man.
yeah.
Like, yeah, man. Yo, bro, without any further ado, man, I'm gonna get right to it, right? So you started the brand and you called
Hmm.
it foreplay.
Yes, yes.
What's the why the name foreplay and what's the meaning behind foreplay?
The name foreplay came from it derived from the number 4 being my first jersey number when I
Mm,
first started playing basketball, and I was 4 years old at the time. So as I was, before I made my brand, I was just on my campus as a junior. I mean, sorry, this was my sophomore year when I was thinking about it. And junior year is when I officially launched it in 2016. But we're just thinking about like, what would I, if I had a brand, what would I name it? Um, and I started with that moment. I was like, I remember being 4 years old, and that was my jersey number. And I was like, all right, what else in my life correlates to 4?
mm,
And a plethora of things just started coming to my mind. Me and my sister born 4 years apart. I grew up in a household of 4: my sister, myself, and both of my parents. Um, I have 4. My mom has 3 sisters, which makes them 4 on my grandmother's side. On
yeah,
my grandmother's side. And I'm just looking further, and I start realizing, wait, it goes deeper than that.
yeah,
Um, my grandmother on my mother's side, she's born July 20th, but she's born at 4:44 p.m. Um,
that's crazy.
and my crazy, crazy.
Yeah,
And then my other grandmother, my father's my father's mother, she's born August 4th, 1944. And I'm just like, dang, like I got something here with this number. I gotta like do
yeah,
something with
nah,
it.
that's
I
dope,
gotta.
bro. That's
I was
dope.
like, I gotta do something with it. And so when I added the play to it, that's where I started to give the brand meaning. And
Yeah,
for me, play means play correlates to fun. Play correlates to like if you press play on a remote, that doesn't necessarily insinuate that there's an end. It just keeps going.
yeah, yeah.
and so
Never
and
ending.
so never ending. And then that's where I get forever from, which is another term that I like to use with the brand.
Yeah,
You'll notice me say foreplay or forever interchangeably when I'm speaking, but yeah, for me the brand means forward progression, for fun, forever.
that's
And that's
fire,
what
bro.
that thank you. And
That's
that's what you
dope.
And
got,
and
like
and
that's
so
what I
now
got underneath the brand
now
here.
now you can understand the bone design into
Yeah,
almost like the
into the
infinite. But at the same
exactly.
time, if you flip it a little bit, you can see the four
See the
in the
four,
bone.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, yo,
yeah.
intellectual. That's
Yeah,
that education in there, man. A
yeah.
lot of work into that. Damn, that's
a
fire,
whole
bro.
lot of a whole lot of thought went into the name, and then the ideas and concepts built off the name, and just built off me just learning more about myself while I had the brand, or just even just diving deeper into my childhood. I like to draw inspiration from my childhood a lot more. But yeah,
Yeah,
I like that you mentioned, like a lot of people don't notice that, like the bone is also. I mean, it's more than that, but it's also it's the you can see
Yeah.
the four in there, but you can also see the infinity. Like it's the
Yeah,
it's
and I mean it's to the bone as well. That way for
yeah.
just as a person that I like things like that, I see it. It's to the bone. This is to the
Mhm.
core of me. Like I'm doing this
Right.
forever. You feel me? Like that's
Yeah,
the way I'm looking at it. Like as a consumer. Nah, that's fire, bro.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yo, like I was gonna throw in there like what made you like want to do foreplay and everything, but you answer those things, right? So like
Yeah, yeah.
as far as like your influence, how does like the city influences you directly into like your design and the identity of the brand itself? Because I mean you bro, you we chopped that up a little bit yesterday and you mentioned you from the Bronx. You
Right,
feel
right.
me? So like how does that play a part into your brand identity?
Um, I guess it all goes back into like my love for the arts as a kid, for real, for real. My family grew up adjacent to like hip hop culture, um,
Yeah.
and I mean, for lack of better way of explaining it, my parents was outside, like
Yeah.
like they knew all the artists, the celebrities. They just was always in the know,
Yeah.
and with that comes with being fly too. And so
Got to.
if I had to if I had to say, my parents probably the flyest parents I've seen, um
Yeah.
like
Hey,
like
give them that props, man, because look, they did
right.
well. You one of they got one
Yeah,
of the flyest kids for sure.
yeah. But yeah, for me it all starts there. That they're my number one influence when it came to like just fashion and putting me onto things, always having a plethora of CDs from various music artists where as a kid I could just explore, you know,
Yeah.
um, and even down to cassette tapes, like just having archival things, and then also being able to look at their closet and look at how they how they move, how they carry themselves, and
Yeah.
in different spaces and stuff like that, and yeah, I kind of just I saw, I adapted to what I saw what I liked, saw what I didn't like, and infused it into my style just growing up, and then as far as like just being in the city, like honestly, just being from the Bronx, but always going to school in Harlem, it did a lot for me. I was able to see a lot more like frequently than I guess you would say like someone who wasn't from the Bronx, like I mean someone who wasn't from Harlem. So
Yeah.
like when it came down to like being at Rucker Park, like I was 8 years old at Rucker Park by myself, and my mom would bring me to Rucker Park, sit me right there on the bleachers, and then walk off, and I'm just there watching, like just observing, and I'm embracing. I got my like, just to put it in perspective, like one of the nights I was there was like when Jay-Z and Beyonce pulled up, and I'm
Ooh,
mad young, like so like
iconic.
just that level of like like
Yeah,
and
nah, that's legendary
it's
moments
just
right
me and my
there.
cousin there, yeah, so like stuff like that, like really helped like shape like who I am, and I always dive back into those those type of memories to and just infuse it into the brand some way somehow. Basketball is a heavy influence. We know basketball is like prime in New York, um, uh, and um, and then also just like back into like the style aspect growing up in the Bronx, but being in Harlem throughout school from second grade on, with the exception of like fourth to sixth grade, I was primarily in school in Harlem, and
Yeah. So you got to
and,
see
and then
you
I
got
got
to see
to,
Fly
yeah, I got
all
to
the
see
time.
Fly
Like you get
all the
all
time,
and
literally.
then
Like
you
I'm
bringing that
going
to
to
the
school,
Bronx and they're
yeah.
like, yo,
I'm
how you
going to
putting these
school with
pieces together?
yeah. I'm going to school with Pradas and Mories and
Good
Harlem
time, good time,
Antique,
brother.
like a Visu. Like I'm going to school, middle school, mind you, like because by the time I got
Yeah.
to high school, by the time I got to high school at Rice, we had to wear uniform. So at most, what we could do was pull up to school at Rice with our sneakers on, and then change when we got to our locker or whatever. But
Yeah.
but yeah, like just growing up, walking through Harlem. with just that level of influence. Going to Harlem Day Parade, things like that. Like even walking in it myself with my school, like things like that was like super heavy, like influential to me for sure.
Harlem still gets busy, man. Harlem's still one of the
Yeah,
flyest cities in the
yeah.
world, man. I don't care what nobody
And the
say. I'm from
Bronx
the
do
Bronx.
too. I don't want. Yeah, I was
Well,
say the Bronx do too.
I'm from the
I love.
Bronx too, but Harlem
Yeah,
gets busy. You feel me? They up there. You feel me? The Bronx we get
yeah.
busy too. You feel me? Like
We
we
get
be
big.
popping out. We be setting them trends too. Like they
Yeah,
gotta give us our prop too.
nah,
Nah, for sure.
absolutely.
But yeah, like in the context of New York grit, right? Because you say the
hmm
Bronx and Harlem, and with that it comes grittiness, like
Grittiness.
being grit.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
grit. You feel me? What's the context to that in your brand? As far as like
Um,
the
that's a good question. When I started out with my brand, I was trying to like ignore all of that. I don't know why,
mm,
but like slowly started to realize that it it, it it's
need that.
irresistible. And like it needs it. It needs it.
It needs
Like,
it. It needs it. It needs it.
yeah,
It's a part of
yeah.
you.
It truly is. And so with that, if I had to compare like the two boroughs, I would say the Bronx is more gritty, where the Harlem is more smooth. And
Yeah,
I feel like I got like the perfect blend of that within my brand, whether it's like certain color palettes I use, bold color palette. Like this is a for me, this is a very bold color palette. You don't just
that's a fact.
it's daring to put on a purple hat. Um,
Mm-hmm. You
um,
gotta be fly to put
and
on purple,
and
bright
daring
colors.
and you're right, and I say like with like just the influence of Harlem, I get I get that kind of smoothness, being able to like make the colors work,
Yeah.
and like the color choices themselves, I would say is like the Bronx side of things, where like we could be aggressive, we could be loud, we could be bashful, but we also like our presence is always felt. Like
That's a fact. Listen,
our
baby, you
presence
gonna
is
know a nigga
always
from the Bronx.
yeah,
You gonna know a
yeah.
nigga from the Bronx. Stop playing,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, man.
brothers, and I dance too. So it's like whether I'm the way I dance or the way I do a certain move, like, oh yeah, that's how a Bronx nigga would do it. That's how
I
versus
seen you
versus
getting light. I seen you getting light a few
yeah,
times. I see.
right.
I seen that.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, man. Nah, that's fire. That's fire, bro. I mean, it's great to hear those type of things, right? Because a lot of people, like, I don't know, not to knock, a great person that has done amazing things and he's no longer here, and Virgil, right? But a lot of people
Mhm,
try to apply that the whole 3% thing, right?
mhm,
And it's one thing being influenced, but it's another thing being a copycat, right? And
mhm.
like when I look at your brand, since I've been seeing your brand, there's nothing out there that's like that. There's nothing
Right.
like
No,
you can't like.
I
There's
appreciate
nothing
that.
about your brand that you could say that
Yeah,
anybody could be like, yo, like, oh, he knocked that off of such and such, this, that, and the third. Like, I mean, your graphic design background plays a part in it, but what they forget to see is the story behind it. Like,
the
my
story.
man,
Yeah,
you from the Bronx, bro, and then on top of
yeah,
that, you're adding the Harlem swag to it, in which it does amazing for you, in which, like,
yeah.
bro, like I've even mentioned to you, like, I don't even consider it like a streetwear brand. Anybody would see it, they'll call it a streetwear. I'll look at it and I'm like, yo, that's a luxury brand right there, because it's just fly, bro. Like
Nah,
everything that you do, the way
appreciate
you do the cut and sews and everything like that, I'm like, damn, bro.
that. Nah,
But
yeah, bro.
yeah, man.
I remember when like one of our first conversations through DM, and you said that about the brand um appealing to more street luxury, and
Yeah, bro.
that I really appreciated that, because it took me a long time to actually start to like shift the gear for the brand to be seen in that way. Um, and a lot of it has to do with understanding like your quality of garment, your and paying attention to like what your audience may want, and versus what you is good for them.
Yeah.
um yeah, and then also just keeping an eye out on like trying to stay ahead of the trend, if you will.
Yeah.
And I owe that foresight to like again like my parents and that influence in me with when it came to fashion and just hip hop culture. I developed a knack to see things they um before they were popular. Um, I even drawing back to a memory. I remember my parents brought me my first pair of True Religions and 8 Solos, and I was like, "What is this? Like,
Ooh.
why you bought me this? Like, I didn't understand it at first, but they like, yo,
Yeah.
trust me, you're gonna be ahead of the curve." Like, and I trust
Yeah.
them. And a few months later, I start seeing kids in my school pulling up with the same stuff, and I'm like, "Dang, like
Yeah,
yo, it's
like I
right."
had it already. Like
Yeah,
I already had it. Mom and
so
pops had me right.
yeah, had me right. Yeah, yeah. And then but yeah, like that street luxury nod. And I know you mentioned like Virgil with the 3% rule. For me, it's like I pride myself on originality because I before being a graphic designer, I was an artist. I drew things all my life. And so we learn like the basics of formation of drawing by copying other things. But once you
Yeah,
get the knack, you start to like your mind starts to get
flow.
free and break out of those bounds. And that was something that I always, just as a kid, I always tried to like push myself to do different or be different, despite like what was going on around me. Um,
Yeah,
and yeah, like just that, and then being authentic, staying
yeah,
true to my character, staying true to my character. I always want my brand DNA to feel the same way. um Despite me having influences, um if I ever created something that was inspired or influenced by something, I did my best to make it my own, you know
mm,
even for example, like this is a sample hoodie that I'm wearing,
yeah,
which the lighting is not the greatest, but you can somewhat see like it has like the contrast stitching in it, and that's a
mm,
true religion. That's the straight up. That's a true religion influence. Even when it came down to like me choosing to keep this
the
loophole
little,
for the hoodie, that's straight up true religion influence. But um, I would stand up. You kind of see it, but like I have the
yeah.
standard two pockets here, and then I also have two pockets here in the back.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fire.
Yeah, yeah, and then
That's
the
crazy.
hoodie has four pouch pockets, and then I threw like an extra one on, like just to like make it my own. It was like, all right, I like my True Religion hoodie, but how could I make this my own? And just
Yeah,
taking that approach, just trying to like I said, just trying to make it more me. Make whatever I create, make sure that it has my DNA in it when I put it out.
yeah. I from what you just showed right now on that hoodie, I would say that you are the reverse of that. You do 97% you.
That's trying
You
to,
keep three
yeah,
percent of them.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me? And that's fire though. I like the pouch and everything. Like I seen a picture that you have the green hoodie on, and I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I did Google, chat, everything. I'm like, yo, where he get that joint on? And then I'm looking in the reel, and I know in the reel you're like, oh yeah, somebody walked by and they
Body
were
walk
telling
by.
you, and you was like, yeah, everything that I got on is me. But I'm like, bro, but I need to see where that hoodie is at because I don't know where that hoodie's at. It's not on the website anywhere. I'm like,
Right,
where this hoodie
yeah.
is at? And the pants too. You had the jeans on with the
The
foreplay
jeans
on it. I
on.
was like, I was like,
Yeah,
damn, man.
yeah.
Like, nah, you
Yeah,
was going crazy.
that was my birthday outfit.
Nah, that was going. I'm telling you, man. You
I had
you
to
were
shut it down.
you and your peoples, man, because your crew and everything, y'all all get fly, bro. And like I told you yesterday, man, sometimes y'all be showing some stuff, and I'm like, damn, dog, like I can't post nothing today. Like, like y'all going crazy.
Shout out to my
I
bros,
seen,
man.
I see you, bro. Pull out the wings with the wing
Oh, the
pants.
Jeremy Scott, yeah, yeah.
He pulled out the
Tell your
Jeremy
friends,
Scotts, bro. We
tell
talking
your
about that's
friends,
high
pull out the
school. That's high
yeah.
school, middle school days for us. I'm like, he's bringing out the Jeremys, though. Nah, niggas don't know about the Jeremys. I was like, nah,
Jeremy,
it's crazy. With the American flag on, I'm like, yo, nah, these niggas, they be
yeah,
going crazy, bro.
yeah. I love my bro. Shout out to Cal. Tell your friends. Shout
Yeah,
out to my bro JP. Shout out my bro Wendell. It's a lot of us. KOS. Shout out to KOS. Shout out to Fergie. 27 Delhi. It's a lot of us. Like we and it's fun to get fly. It's something that's just like innate, and I love what we got going on because we don't compete. Um, we more so like just push and uplift each other or help each other. And
yeah.
the wavy thing of all about it is that we're all creators in some capacity. You know,
I
so
mean,
so
tell your friends got some bars, bro. He be having me. I'm like, bro, my
yeah.
knees don't work like they used to, bro. My knees don't work like they used to. But I be trying to, like, you feel me, drop a little pin drop in there, here and there. Oh, you know, I'll be just shaking my shoulders a little bit. I'll be like, yeah, you feel me? I'll be
Nah, for
trying. I'll be
real.
trying. Nah, y'all putting on, man. Y'all putting on,
Nah,
and
appreciate that.
I mean, you feel me? No knock to your peoples
Hmm.
but to me, you the flyest one. So I was like,
Nah,
I gotta bring
humble.
my, I gotta bring my dog on there. You feel me? You the flyest one. Tell your friends got the bars.
Uh-huh.
Fergie got the bars too. Don't get me wrong. He got a whole anthem going
Yeah.
on. You feel me?
Yeah, he got an
Like,
anthem right
but
now.
yeah, bro, but you feel me? Like I had to make sure I had to bring the fly nigga in here. Like no
Nah,
knock to y'all.
appreciate
I know
that,
y'all gonna watch it later. You feel me? Don't come for me, man. Don't come for me.
nah, you good, you good, you good.
I call it how I see it, baby. But nah, but yeah, man. Yo, as far as brand building, right?
Hmm.
So you feel me? Like you got the crew and everything, but your brand building, right? Um, in the 10 years that you've been on this, what would you say is the hardest thing that you say like that joint almost made me quit, bro? Like I almost just
Honestly, man, speaking back to like my friend group, it took me a very long time to like to form this friend group. Being an entrepreneur is a very lonely road. Um, and not everybody, what we post on Instagram and the product we put out and everything, it takes a lot of sacrifices to get all of that done.
yeah,
Even if it looks simple, it's one of the hardest things to have an idea, build it from scratch, being able to come up with concepts and ways to market it, and then actually putting it out and being okay if nobody likes it.
yeah,
you know like you have to be okay if nobody likes it, or sometimes it's just one person, but if one person likes it, you can find other people, and that's the other side that you got to kind of see.
yeah,
um and be ambitious in trying to find those people, um and being able to cater to those people that do buy into and appreciate what you got to put out into the world. And so all of those things, from being a creative to entrepreneur, I have to say, like, having my friend group that I have now, like, honestly helps me, be on the right track, and comfort having comfort and knowing that I'm not alone in this journey. you
yeah,
know um we a lot of us are, like I said, we all creators to some capacity. Some make music, some do fashion just like me, some do video editing, photos, all of those things. And I really appreciate like the friend group that I have now. Like, this is a friend group that I want to say has developed over the past 6 to 7, like about 6, 7, past 6 to 7 years, past six
yeah,
to seven years, and it's little by little, everyone adds on to what we've been missing.
yeah,
And you just, for me, to me at least, throughout my whole life, I always felt like an outcast because I did a whole lot of things, um, but never was like the greatest on my basketball team, or never was like the but I always was the flyest, I would say. But
Yeah.
it also comes with, that was something that allowed helped me join the conversation because I was fly, versus like me not having the confidence to speak up even though I had these clothes on, things like that. Um, and so like having this friend group that I have, I finally found like a great foundation to where I work individually with each and every one of them on different things, different projects, different concepts, whether it's my ideas or their ideas. Um, and for me, it's like a real blessing. Like over the past, this is year 10 of the brand, and I want to say honestly, since over the past 3 to 4 years, I started to really feel like because of my friend group, I was able to find my brand identity and make it concrete, and then just again be be comfortable in knowing like I'm no longer alone in this because I have
Yeah.
like-minded people. I have like-minded people around me.
You're seeing the fruits of the labor and the grind
Yeah,
and the staying up at night,
just staying.
not coming up with not being able to come up with a design and just like, yo, I want it to
Yeah,
come out like this, bro.
nah, literally last night, me and I mean, this is just like law for us now, but me and tell your friends we're on a FaceTime, sharing each other's screen, showing each other designs that we working on. This is
Yeah,
every night. This is 365. Like I kid you not, this is 365 every night.
that's fine.
This is, and I mean and it's not something that we even plan. It just naturally just started
Y'all
to
became each
happen
other's
before our eyes.
accountability partners.
Yeah, literally. And he would say that he he calls me like he's like, yo, Ori, you my nigga, and I be like that's a big appraisal, like I really appreciate, bro. And like I've known Cal since about 2009, but
Sheesh.
we met on Facebook. We went to the same middle school at different times, but met on Facebook. and
That's crazy.
yeah, mad crazy, and
That's
then just
crazy. That's crazy.
gradually just got cool with each other over time, and
Mhm.
just like, dang, like he's actually mad cool, like we should link up, we should, you know what I mean, like, but yeah, I tell him just from them Facebook days and early Facebook days when we met, I was like, he's one of the first people to allow me to realize like my superpower, and allow me to like be confident in what I'm able to provide into this world. Like, you feel me?
Heck
Like
yeah.
Cal was one of the like when I used to post artwork, he used to be the one like, yo, this is fire. Like, you feel me? Like, nah, you should
Like
try to
keep
do this
going.
one next time. Keep going. Yeah, like he was one of those people. Like, and mind you, he's about 3 years younger than me. So like seeing that from somebody younger at that time was like, dang, like that's like I got something going. So
Yeah.
shout out to bro, like I said, one of the first people that allowed me to realize my superpower and have confidence in what I'm able to provide into the world.
Yeah, nah, he's
For sure, for
super
sure.
cool, super cool people. I was fortunate enough to meet him at the Frosty Cream drop,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Facts.
nah, we chopped that up in there. I had him feature on one of the videos, and he's just I've been following since. Like I went back
Mhm.
to all the music, and I'm like, yo, like hold on,
Yeah, I
and
started
I think
downloading mad songs.
yeah, bro. Like I'm
Whatever's
talking about.
available, I downloaded because it's fire.
Yeah, bro, and like in the music videos, the concept and everything. Like I appreciate the work that y'all put into it because you can tell, like
Mhm.
you can see that what y'all be doing. It's not something that y'all not like. Obviously, at some point, y'all want to get to a level to where like obviously you guys are living fully off of this and
Off of
being
it.
able to give out to more. But you can tell that everything that y'all do is more so this is y'all passion.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
can see
And
the passion, you can see the love that y'all have for this joint, bro. Like you from being a graphic designer, not even just a clothing designer, not even being just like a Murakami guy, just as far as like putting your artisticness into anything. Like I seen some of the artwork that you did for flyers for some other podcasts and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I see that stuff and I'm like, yo, like they really love this. They really love what they doing. Like I see the efforts into the fits. I see the efforts into the music videos. Like one of the music videos, I think I've watched that joint like at least 100 times, bro. Like, and it's the one where he's in the building and you feel me, the mic is out and all of that, and all of y'all just vibing in there. And I'm like, yo, that's a regular like day in the city. Like, you feel me? You
Yeah.
might when we was younger, you might come out, you might see a group of niggas sitting in the lobby,
The
and niggas is
lobby
just
side.
you feel me, niggas is in the lobby just trying to freestyle it, and I caught that vibe off of that, and I'm like, that don't come off of just you feel me? Oh, I know this is gonna blow up. Nah, that comes off of like this is what I grew up on. So I'm gonna show y'all my journey through my music and what I do. Like, bro, it's super fire, and I really I could really appreciate all of that into an artistic from an artistic point because I love art. That's one thing me and bro like we love art. We love artisticness. We love showcase. We love people that can showcase things and tell a story through what they do. That's one thing we love. We love for sure. But yeah, man. Um,
Yeah, everything we
and
do, we just try to exude that maximum amount of creativity that we have in that moment. Like
yeah,
that's
man.
literally what we do. I do creative direction for Fergie Baby right now, and I don't know if y'all seen on his Instagram. He had previewed it. I don't even say preview. He just showed the world. We I designed the BB Simon belt, the
I
goddess from
saw it.
Harlem belt from, and just even stuff like that. Like that's stuff that we grew up on, and
Yeah,
it's like yo, just to have an opportunity to be able to like put my thought process into something that like that it fills a childhood void. You feel me? Like it's
yeah.
like yo, who knew like things like this would come full circle?
I ain't
And
gonna lie to you, gang. I
honestly,
know.
it almost feels like it's like destined. You feel me? It feel like it's supposed to be happening. And even just the time period, the energy that's uptown right now is like it feels like when I say Bronx Harlem, like HBO,
Bro,
like city is about to feel it like on a whole nother level after this year.
2008, 2010.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like, baby. Every
yes,
time I
yes.
hear the music, all of that, I see the BBs popping out. I see niggas really getting fly. I'm like, yo, this feels like when I was a young nigga, bro. Like it
Yeah,
really feel like that, bro. But yo,
nah, for real.
I'm not gonna hold you. I seen the goddess from Harlem, BB.
Uh,
We need a goddess from the Bronx. You feel me?
I'm
We
trying to
need
talk
that. We
Fergie. I'm
need
trying to talk to
that.
Fergie, bro. I'm trying to talk to Fergie because a lot of people in the comments are saying, "Yo, can we get a goddess from Brooklyn? Can we get a goddess from Queens?" And he like, nah. you know, he
Yo,
not
nah,
with it.
we need a goddess from the Bronx, baby. You feel me? I'ma
Maybe I could
need
talk to
that.
the BB. Maybe I could talk to the BB and see like about
And
getting just one of them made at least just for the historical context. Like,
you feel me?
these guys.
And the thing is, bro, I seen the video. You at the Yankee Stadium. You on
Yeah, yeah,
161st,
yeah. He
gang.
in the Bronx displaying the Harlem Belt. What's that? What's that
I'm
about?
like,
Like,
dang, you come on, man. You at Yankee Stadium displaying Harlem? Come on, man. Nah, that it was fire though. I like the whole
nah,
thing, the way he showed it off and all of that. I was like, damn,
mm-hmm.
this nigga's going
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I
Nah,
had drew
he
that
definitely,
cross. I
yeah.
had drew that cross in the doves, and like when I sent over the mock up over to BB, cool, cool story. It's one of those things we just creating and we don't know what's the limitation, so we just going. You feel me? We just like they didn't give us no rules, so we just like yo, let's just try it.
That's
And
fire.
if they reject
They
it,
gave you
like then they reject it.
creative freedom.
Yeah, yeah, all the way. And when they saw the design, they loved it. The turnaround time was pretty quick, and they told us like this is one of the most expensive belts they've ever made. And I'm like, nah, what? He's like, yeah, it's one of the most expensive. He's like, I'm like, dang, like I don't know if the consumer's gonna like that, but hey, like
Yeah,
if I don't know if the supporters gonna like that, but hey, like
it's gonna go.
that's historical within itself, you know, like it's like dang,
Yeah,
like the design we did like set a new standard, you know?
yeah, yeah. Nah,
Like
it's gonna go. It's gonna go. As soon as that joint go live, I say that
yeah.
joint. I say that joint won't last an hour online. I say that joint
Yeah.
won't last an hour online. Nah, for real.
Nah, God willing, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. We just want our art out there at the end of the day, you know. That's literally
Yeah.
the goal. Like and for people to like it and love it and want to live with it is the blessing, you know. That's the ultimate reward.
And I mean, he got a summer anthem, man. He got a summer
Yeah.
anthem. I lived in Florida for 10 years. I got people from Florida asking me. They're like, "Yo, you heard this nigga before?" And I'm like, "Nigga, you months late, gang. You months late already. I've been heard that. You bugging. You feel
Yeah,
me? He got a summer anthem. You feel me? You got if my people's from Florida touch down to it.
Florida.
You feel me? They like and they like, yeah, it's a good day to be there. You
Yeah,
feel
that
me?
got
Like
it. That
they,
got
you
it.
feel me? That he got a summer anthem for sure. But yeah,
Yeah, that
man.
got it.
So in your business, right? Because this is your business. What do you feel like is one mistake that that you made earlier that taught you the
Mm,
most
Told me the
about
most.
business? That taught you the most about business?
Um, I would say when I first, not even I'm because I'm very stubborn. I'm Aquarius. I'll tell you right now, I'm stubborn. I don't listen to nobody. Like I got my mind made up on something, it's already made up. Like
Yeah.
your suggestion, your offering might be the greatest piece of advice in the world, but it's one in out the other, or it might not even make it through my ear. To be honest with you, pause, but I just might not hear it. But yeah, listening was one thing, and then to add on to that, I would say like being just organized. Like I was like I was like a I was an organized mess, and early on it just wasn't it, honestly.
Mm,
Whether it comes down to like whether it come down to like your finances or just even like my designs, like keeping them all like in safe places, as far as like whether it's cloud storage or having a physical hard drive or on standby at certain times, and saving and backing up things, like just being like organized on top of whatever you feel is organized, you know.
yeah.
Because at the end, that's where your brand lives truly, is having the structure.
Yeah.
um and it I want to say it hindered me for a long time without me even like fully being aware of it. I want to say probably about like within like the first 3 to 4 years of my brand, like I wasn't fully aware. Like, yo, I gotta like structure up. I have to like get a LLC. I have to get, I have to get I need to get like someone to help me with like focusing on the finances part
Yeah.
while I'm doing the creative things. It took me a little minute, but one of my bros that I went to college with, his name is Khaled. He has stepped in. Uh, I want to say probably like year 3 or 4. He has stepped in and started helping me structure up the finances while I handled all of the creative. Just logging what we ordered, what
Yeah.
what's the things we ordered, what's the like the quantity, the and all the pricing and everything like that. And then also the sales part, whether it be like when I do pop-up shops or if I do online sales, all the website orders and stuff like that. Like that was like very important.
Yeah.
And at first I was like bypassing it because money was coming in, I was having fun. Like I get a few I get a few I get a few orders, and I could buy the new J's this week. like
Mm.
like, and I was like, my mind was clouded, and I wasn't really respecting the business part of it.
Yeah,
Um, and so I would say that was probably like those 3 to 4 years was definitely like the toughest part for me. And when my bro stepped in and started helping me, it helped me like have respect the brand in a new way,
that's fire, bro.
Um, and it honestly did help me just start to become more creative with the things that I wanted to do for the brand.
Yeah, because
Um,
you had the full foundation then, like you was
yeah,
able to
yeah,
understand. Okay, this is what people are liking. He basically helped you in the sense is like this is what people are
yeah.
liking. This is what you're selling more out of. This is what sold
Hmm.
out this quickly.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
and so because it's fun having a brand. Don't get me wrong, but it takes a lot. And that, like you said, like that allowed me to like see like, all right, like you said, like what people like, what colors are in style, what season, like what colors are for what seasons, things like that. Because even to this day, like sometimes I like to break rules, and I would like in 2020 I made a hoodie, Forever Bone hoodie. That was my first time introducing this logo.
Yeah,
I have one of the first hats. So in 2020, I made a hoodie with this logo. Right. This is when
yeah,
I introduced the Forever Bone logo, and the hoodie had this graphic in particular on the front, and then this one
that's
was on the back.
crazy.
And thank you. And when 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 I did that hoodie, that's when I started to see like numbers,
Yeah,
real numbers, where I was like, all right, this this is starting to become lucrative.
yeah.
And I was selling those hoodies all through the summertime. Like that's how heavy the demand was.
Mm.
And having bro right there helped me immensely, and knowing like, all right, you got to make more. You got to make more of the beige. This is when like the creams and the off white colored garments was real popular. Like the brown, different shades of browns and all of that.
Yeah,
Like that's like Yeezy when he started introducing all of those colors, and it started becoming popular. He was like, yo, you got people that really like this color versus this color, and I was just being able to like find the balance in that. And then also later on that year, I introduced the fitted. This was my first time making fitteds for the brand, and I made a few colors. I
yeah.
made
You got the red, the blue, the yellow,
blue,
green,
red.
purple, June.
I made a burgundy,
Oof,
burgundy brown.
burgundy June is
Made a
crazy.
yellow.
Mm-hmm.
This was my favorite one. I wore this is
Yeah,
like
that June is
every
crazy.
yeah. I got them all right here. And then after a while, the fitteds picked up. Like it didn't pick up immediately because I dropped them in the fall. But by the time that spring came around, like they was
Yeah,
going.
niggas was like, wait, hold on, these colors is crazy. I needs that.
Yeah. And even made enough noise to where New Era what started. I started getting on their radar.
Mm.
But for at the time, I tried to get an account, but that's when there was like a influx of accounts getting created over there in New Era.
Yeah,
That's J Tip's whole wave. Shout out to the bro.
yeah. Shout out J
Like
Tip, man.
it started like over things over at New Era started to get real, you know what I mean, real crazy. Like, but yeah, I did those hats, and like between these hats and those hoodies, I started to like see real numbers and understand like, all right, but I have something here. This is probably where I should now like build the brand off from this point on, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, then I never released this one.
yeah. Nah, I seen it though. That's why I mentioned it. I was like, I seen the
Yeah,
purple.
yeah,
That's why I mentioned it.
yeah. I never
Oh
released this
man,
one, but
that's me. That's my favorite color right there. The purple June.
word the
Yeah,
purple.
purple. My favorite. Purple,
Yeah,
purple and blue. My favorite color right there, man.
that got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hat is the reason I made this one, because I never dropped that hat, and I wasn't able to get like a good number, a good batch of those of that color, and those were new,
Yeah.
the new blanks. I wasn't able to get that color, so after a while, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just make my own fitted. Um, and that's where this came into fruition. I just fully designed. I was like, if I'm gonna make my own fitted, the first one got to be like so strong that people disregard that it's not a new era fitted. You know, like I
I
had
love
to,
that.
I had to put like my all into it, and for me, it was like I love varsity jackets, and I love like the different patchwork
Yeah.
all over it, the different placements. You could have a lot of fun with varsity jackets, and I was like, I would like to make a varsity jacket, but what if I made a varsity fitted? Like, and that's where this came into play. Like, you got the
Yeah,
dog that
man.
has like that kind of like sports college
Yeah,
feel.
like that the dog will be right in the front and everything else on the
Yeah,
side. You will have
like
it
you
on
already
the
see it.
sleeve.
You already see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And then
So
you
I
will
did
have
that.
the all the forever going down in the back, kind of like the
Yeah,
accolades and everything. Yeah, bro.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, when I made this hat, man, for sure, like I said, I knew I wanted to make it purple. I just had to figure out everything else around it, and then
That joint is crazy, bro.
I didn't even start with this, to be honest. This came last. I had this logo. I had the bone logo and this logo first.
Yeah.
Um, and
That
I
right there, bro, that's 2000 nostalgia. Cause you know what that reminds me of? That
what's
reminds
that?
me of when they used to get the paw tattoos on the chest.
Yeah,
That's what that reminds me of. I'm like, yo, I seen that. That joint is fire, bro. I'm like, yo, that's 2000s
facts.
like
Yes,
vibes
yes,
heavy,
yes.
bro.
Yes. Like, bro, like I try to incorporate all like culture, like in the brand, bro. Like to like fully encompass. Like I want people to associate it this with that, as well as like so like when I made this logo, my bro Deli, he had a dog, and that's where that's where the forever bone stemmed from as well. Just because I believe in reincarnation, and this dog, I had a connection with this dog that like we would be chilling, and or rather Deli be in his crib with the dog, and I walk in, the dog showing so much more love to me, and it's like, dang, like it almost felt as if like it was an ancestor, like just trying to
Mm,
show me love or show like, and that's what that was my interpretation of it, and I was like, I went back home and I came up with the bone,
yeah,
and then I was like thinking further on it. I'm like, all right, if I have a bone, I should come up with a dog, but it just didn't spark. It didn't spark at first, and so around that same time, I came up with the paw print, and I was like, "Dang, it's so smooth to have like the forever as a paw." I was like, "That's like so clever," but I didn't know what was the right way to like roll it out, and I'm
yeah.
happy that I finally decided to put it on this hat as a way of rolling it out, and
That's fire, bro.
yeah, and then furthermore, like with the hat, this is a Spalding flip. I don't know if people caught on to
Mm-hmm.
that. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Spalding flip because
Mm-hmm.
of I love for me basketball. Always got
Yeah.
to go back to the basketball. And then this actually, the 44 is symbolic of me being born February 13th, which is the 44th day of the year. And I didn't know that honestly until like 2 years ago that I was born on the 44th day of the year. And I'm like, dang, like you just can't make this up. It just adds more to the story.
Yeah. Yeah, you
It just
can't. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy
yeah.
how it all literally comes back
It's
to.
back. Yes, literally. So once I realized that, I was like, yo, I gotta do something with this. And then also there's this like famous picture of Marvin Gaye where he has this jersey with the number 44 on it, and that was my grandmother's favorite artist. So I was like, I gotta use that. Like I have to. You feel me?
Nah,
Pay
that's
homage to
dope.
my grandmother at the same time. Like it's all like full circle for me. And
Yeah,
then
nah.
the dog is just like, ugh,
Yeah. Like I'm
like
here. I'm here. Stop playing.
yeah,
I'm here.
yeah, and that's that Bronx energy, like that's that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know I needed that. I went my middle school, this middle school that me and tell your friends went to. Like I said, we went to the school at different times, but the mascot was a dog, was a bulldog, and I always was inspired by it. I was like, yo, I gotta come up with some type of dog, you know. And then I landed on this, and I was like, yo, oh, and then this came last. The more bones healed, less bones broken. Um, for me, it's self-explanatory. We just want like,
Mhm.
I just wanted a positive, another positive
Mhm.
message aside from
Mhm.
the forward progression for Fun Forever. I just needed another positive message that I knew that like people would like appreciate. And
Yeah.
this is I could put this on anything, but the fact that it's on a fitted is like very like thought provoking. Like I like
Yeah.
when people notice. I like when people notice this before they notice anything else about the hat. Like
Yeah.
even the day of the release, I Cap USA, a elder lady, she stopped me and she was like, "Your hat, I love that quote on the side. Less bones, you know, more bones healed, less bones broken."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Nah.
reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, Frederick Douglass.
Mhm.
It's better to grow strong children than heal broken men. So
Mm,
it reminded me of
mm,
that.
that's
It's one of
Mhm.
deep.
like
That's
my
deep.
Mhm.
I
favoriteest
like that.
quotes ever.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Hey, it all starts with that foundation.
Yeah. For real.
But yeah, so yeah, and then the hat was complete. You know, and
Nah, bro.
and
You definitely you killing it, bro. You killing it. You all.
yeah, and I did the black
What?
one too.
Yeah, with the gray one. I was just about to ask you. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
show off the black one too. Yeah,
I got the
nah,
black.
like
I got the
your
black
whole
one.
creative
Yeah,
process, like I didn't even have to ask you. You went to it. I was
you
gonna
went
ask
right
you
to
like
it.
how it evolved and like do you think
Oh
more about
yeah,
the
yeah.
story and the aesthetics first? Do you think about more about the story or the
Oh,
aesthetics first?
that's a good
But
question. That's a very good question, bro. It it goes back and forth. Honestly, I'm so free range when it comes to my creativity. Just
yeah,
for me to be creative, I like to be in a nice solid space. I like solitude. I like quietness. Um, or just give me a little bit of music and I'm good. Sometimes, depending on the atmosphere and the energy around, I could work around people. But
yeah,
more times than not, like just like how I grew up, just sitting in my kitchen and just cooking up thoughts that's just coming to my head. Like that was like that's and then like if it comes from a story or an experience, that's one thing. And sometimes it just be me flowing, and then it naturally what is the word, subconsciously comes from a story
yeah.
or experience, you know. And so like I said, like it all ties back in some way, shape, or form. And then I left out the sticker. I love this sticker. This if those watching are familiar with the brand, if not, go tune in. You're gonna see that this sticker is also the same logo that I created for my mini hoop. And
Yeah.
so that even with the mini hoop, that was also a nod back to like my childhood. Not just
Playing
my childhood.
basketball.
All of our childhood, we all put a
Yeah.
ball inside the hoop at one point in our life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so I like what he said earlier with the Frederick Douglass quote. Um, my 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 thought process in that was I wanted to provide something to heal my inner child,
But
uh,
not pursuing that.
but but also being able to like do for the youth as well,
Mm.
because you might buy it, but your niece or nephew or son or daughter will see that and they will want to play ball, or they want to, you know, it might influence them to pursue a sport, or just even they're gonna get better at coordination some way somehow just from playing around with the mini hoop. But I knew that it'll carry on experiences for all ages.
Yeah.
You know,
It might start with
I,
it might start you wanted to start it with the mini hoop, but it might lead you to the big stage.
right, exactly. And
And are these
so
hats available?
these hats currently are not available. They will be
Yeah.
available. They will be available again this weekend coming up.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
hey, don't Jones
I didn't
at the
even
pop
announce
up.
that.
They
I didn't even. Yeah, they went at the pop up. I got. they,
they
they went, bro.
gone.
They went. Yeah, they went. I had to put in a new order so that when that new order lands, all the orders that'll be coming through from this coming weekend will be filled with that new order. But yeah, man. These
Yeah, I need that one, and I need the bat one for sure.
Yeah.
you said this. You said this one in the.
And
The
the one
back
that
game.
tell your friends.
Oh, tell your friends. Oh,
The
yeah.
back
yeah.
game.
Say it again. Say it again so he could drop them. Say it again.
Yeah,
no.
actually, when we went to the
have-
store, I was looking and I was sad because I left with nothing because that's what I
Bro.
wanted. I wanted that hat.
You saw,
I'm
bro.
like,
When I called you,
Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, bro, like they in the store, bro. Like I'm going to the store." It's like, nah, bro, they
That was one day
gone.
I need both of those.
One day, it was one day only. That was, for me, that was intentional. I wanted to see, what level of demand I had.
Yeah.
Given that this is my first time dropping a fitted like on my own without New Era label on the fitted at all. So I wanted to see where the demand was for that, and then also trying to strengthen my community within my brand, and I want to meet the people who support me. You know.
Yeah.
I
was tight. I was tight that I wasn't able to pop up, man. I was like, I'm saying at work, I'm like, I'm looking at the stories and everything. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, damn, dog. I need another. I need a summer block party. You feel me? I need a four-play block party with everything. With everything. You feel me? With everything on there. A four-play block party.
You might be foreshadowing something. I'm gonna just leave that like at that. But
hey, listen, baby, listen. I see the stuff, man.
Date and time. That's it.
Date and the time. Nah, word. Man, I'm just grateful that like I knew. So I don't know. Depending on who's watching, they gonna know or they don't know. But when I first previewed this hat, I only showed this one. I didn't show this one. Main reason was because I never dropped a purple hat, but I also never dropped a black hat. So this was my first time for both. But also, I knew that this was gonna be the golden child, because this is a everyday. It's an everyday. It got a nice array of colors. I knew that this would be like the everyday, and people gravitated towards it more because it's much easier to wear. Now this one was actually inspired by the Q Dogs. That's why I chose the colorway. I have no affiliation with the fraternity, but I just love the colors. Me being a Kobe fan, I love the colors. And then I was like, yo, let me just make the dog yellow. Like, let me just make the dog yellow and see what it do. And
with that joint.
For me, when I first got this sample, I was like, oh yeah, this is out of here. Like, I love it.
See, and the thing too with stuff like this is like the purple hat is it takes you out of your comfort zone. Like, don't be scared to wear a color. You know, that's at the end of the day. Like, people just wear black hats, you know, like a red hat. Like, cool. Yeah, I mean, you buy what you like, but don't be scared to express yourself. You know? Just do it. If it makes you happy and it makes you comfortable, do it. Nobody's gonna tell you anything that, oh, why are you wearing a purple hat? Ain't nobody gonna do that. So don't have that thought process in your head. You know?
Yeah. Nah, I love that. That's another reason why I use a lot of color. I just try to make the brand vibrant. I want people to feel comfortable. That's why I started off with like all of these colors, because I wanted people to like. I wanted to challenge people to like, all right, what could you do with a mint one? You know, like what could you do with the baby blue? Like I wanted to challenge people. And then when it came to this one, it was just like, you know, we just gonna go dumb. Like go dumb. Like,
you want to see people get fly, man. We want to see people actually get fly.
Are you really fly? Can you put it together?
And the thing with that hat too, that's also the colorway of my first hat.
Ooh,
I went purple and gold also.
With the black
one, because it's my favorite color, and you don't see a purple hat often.
Nah.
So you just gotta have fun with it, you know. Just just do it. You know.
Nah, I agree 100%, man. Like, it's just like it's just, are you fly or not? Like,
are you really fly? Or you buying the mannequin? Are you fly or you buying the mannequin, gang?
I'm on some like right now. I'm on some like Incredible Hulk type swag, you know.
Yeah, you feel me? You feeling strong right now.
Yeah,
You
like
feeling
come on,
strong right now. You feel
they
me?
can't do nothing with me. Like,
You feel me? Can't touch you. He but Incredible Hulk won. Cause the new Incredible Hulk, I don't know what he on. He got kind of soft. You feel me? You
yeah,
strong right now.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
done.
exactly.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
bro. I wanna ask, right? What do you feel separates luxury streetwear from your regular streetwear in your eyes?
hmm, I would say, that's a good question. I would say luxury streetwear um knows how to draw inspiration as well as innovate.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess the standard basis for streetwear is like logo flips, um, logo flips. You got a standard tee or a standard hoodie or a standard type of denim. There's no like core. There's no like emphasis on innovation in that realm.
Yeah.
I guess even like tying back to like this hoodie that I did, like I added more to it to where it feels elevated. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and not to say there's difference in the value per se, because the same way a box logo can be retailed for about what box logos go for like 40-50 bucks, and then
Yeah.
resell for say 300 at or more depending on which one, which season, things like that. It's
Yeah.
all art and its value all is uh subjective, but when it comes to like the innovation level of it, I think that's where it separates the two between luxury and just base level streetwear for sure.
That's
Um,
a that's
you
a
have and
beautiful.
then a lot of brands who are on base level streetwear, they they'll follow trends too,
Mm-hmm.
um, versus trying to be ahead of the curve. Whereas
Yeah.
like those who are trying to push the envelope in luxury, they'll either be ahead of the curve, they'll be ahead of the curve, or they'll set the standard. They'll set the new standard or set the new trend,
Yeah.
um, before it's even thought of to be trendy. And that's something that you just gotta appreciate when you fully in the fashion realm of things. You can see like, all right, this. So even comparing, say, like what Virgil did to the off-white Chicago one,
Yeah.
like he made it he made it feel more luxe. He made it feel like an art piece, opposed
Yeah.
to like yes, this is a basketball shoe, but no, I'm not playing basketball in it, or no,
I'm
I'm
on the
not
runways.
skating in it. I'm not, exactly like, and I think that's what, despite like even with, and that was a beautiful thing for him to even keep the price points relatively similar to what Nike was already charging for the Jordan 1. But like, even that is like, after that shoe sold out, like the price skyrocketed because
Yeah.
people saw the actual value in it, despite
Yeah.
it just being a basketball sneaker. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's what, I don't think the retail price is what separates luxury and luxury streetwear and base level streetwear. I think it's more so just really that innovation, and then like just back to like just trying through new things and like daring tactics or daring processes that people are not really like, and that's not common in an everyday like outfit.
Yeah.
That's what I would say is like the difference.
I like that answer because then to follow that I would ask you, how do you balance exclusivity to still wanting people to wear your pieces?
Mm. Um. That's good, because I was bad. I was like going back and forth with tell your friends and my other friend, about like my exclusivity like mindset, and I was very in business. when you have something good, a product that's good, you don't want to sell out. It's not the goal. The goal is to
Mm.
always be able to somewhat meet that level of demand.
Mm.
Um, um, not entirely, because you still want to retain like value in the product, so that those who do have it still can appreciate it for the time being.
Yeah.
Because where I like I'm always torn. My initial thought process was, when I drop these hats, this and the black one, it's only going to be 44 each. Like, and I'm stopping at that. It's going to be 44 each. Stopping at that. I want those 44 people to feel good about that, about themselves. But then I'm talking to them, and they're like, "Yo, the hat sold out within days of you dropping it. So like, why stop there? You know?" And I was like, just me, like I said again, me being stubborn Aquarius. I'm like, nah, I gotta stick with the 44. Like, that's the brand DNA 44. Like,
Yeah.
and then it was like, nah, but you're selling yourself short. Which, another thing, is something that I learned with businesses. It was stifling me, because I always was trying to make limited pieces, when, and all in all, you want to see your creations in abundance. It doesn't have to be overly abundant, but abundance enough to where, like, say you drop 50 hats in New York, you drop 50 hats in LA, you drop 50 hats in Atlanta and Detroit, Chicago, so on and so forth. That's
That's a note for
only
me to take.
50. That's only 50 in said city. That's not a
Yeah.
lot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then going overseas, you ain't even get overseas yet. So
Yeah.
you mean to tell me that the people overseas can't have the same level of desire or want for what you create over here in the States? So just speaking to
Yeah.
them, they was like, nah, like, you can't just limit yourself at that. And I was like, dang, like, you're right, because I see that this is a product that's working for me, and I can't just ignore people's like want and need for it. And I don't have to like be so fast to move on to the next thing. It's
Yeah.
okay to like actually like buy into what your consumers want. Like, listen to your consumers. I've had my website closed for about 2 weeks now. One, because um I'm recounting inventory, getting new products on the website, just sorting things out. And
Yeah.
I've been getting hit up constantly, because this hat wasn't online. It was only at the pop-up. I've been getting hit up constantly, like, yo, like, what's the password to the website? What's the password to the website? Even right before we got on this call, someone texted me, like, what's the password to the website? And I'm like, the site is not, like, it's not ready
It's
yet.
not available.
Yeah, it's not ready yet. But I have to like pay attention to that level of demand and
Yeah.
meet it to some degree.
Yeah.
Um, with a product, you don't always want to meet the full demand, uh, depending on what business you're in. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm the New York Yankees, I want to make sure that everybody has a Yankee hat. That's the
Yeah.
business that
Everybody and their moms.
that's the business. Yeah, that's the business that
Yeah.
we're in. But me as a brand, I still want to be able to like retain some level of exclusivity according to the product.
Yeah.
So I still have those battles with like exclusivity versus making things like widely available. But one of the solutions I came up with is the hats with the forever bone. Um, I'm gonna begin making these uh more widely available, to where, and then this one being the exclusive one. So allowing
Mm.
people to like be able to uh
Acquire those,
acquire
but
something, yeah, but also still retain the desire that
mm.
this one has, you know.
so 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 what I'm hearing is there might be a different colorway in that style, but it's still gonna be just the full
Nah,
full.
it's not. Nah. Nah, because like the black hats, that restock is on the way.
Okay.
Um, yeah, the black hats, that restock is on the way. Um, and tell your friends, he was working at Cap USA for a long time, and he told me, he's like, yo, the two colors that always go are black and navy. You gotta have those. So you gotta have
Okay.
those. If you're gonna sell hats, and if you're gonna sell fitteds, in particular, you gotta have those. So I, from his experience and his knowledge, I had to adhere to that, and that's why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just run the black ones again. And then I was like, you know what, next time I drop black, it's probably be in another state, like or like I have to be able to like give the product legs,
Yeah.
and allow it to grow in other places. So
Yeah.
as the demand grows, um, this time with me putting the hats online for the first time, it'll allow me to see where the orders are coming from, what
Yeah.
cities that I should be visiting, things like that. And doing pop-ups or just checking out the stores and see who I can potentially house a pop-up with, things like that. So and that goes also back into like the whole brand thing and understanding like the logistics side and the numbers and everything. Like, but yeah, just paying attention to all those things, because just because something is rare doesn't necessarily mean that it's lucrative to the business,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
so that's why Supreme makes more stores. That's why
Yeah.
Kith makes more stores.
They all
Because
over the place. Yeah.
yeah, they want to be able to they want to be able to meet that demand to some degree, and if they don't, then they're losing out on money.
Yeah.
And so
Uh,
me
that
is
that
like,
that's a note. That's a note for me to take for myself because, like, I mean, I got the always gonna eat and keep it a bean, right? And
mm,
like we dropping hats and everything, and like we don't have no clothing or anything. But as far as hats go,
mm,
that's definitely a note for me to take because that
mm,
I was being very stubborn to that as well. I would agree to where it's like, nah, I want my junk to be exclusive. Like whoever got it, I say that's who got it.
mm,
And I'm not looking at it in the way as you saying it. And as you speaking, I'm like, damn, bro, like that's kind of
yeah,
hit. That's kind of hitting home right now.
yeah. Because even being a independent contractor selling hats, like, do you not want a storefront to where you can sell these hats? Do you not want, like, what is the goal? Like, you got to start thinking like, all right, what is the actual goal? Because if
Yeah,
I'm only selling 44 of this one hat, that ain't gonna get me to no store, no storefront, no brick and mortar. You feel me? Like,
yeah,
I gotta like
yeah.
think
No
long
facts.
term and think in volume. You know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
facts,
So
bro.
yeah, yeah. So
So
I'm
that
I'm heavy now, like, just from my experience seeing this and how fast the hats were going. I was like, dang, I should make more. I should travel more with the product. I should
yeah,
um, I should speak the hat more in more spaces like this, more platforms like this, or just the brand in general. Um,
yeah,
just so that people are one in tune with what's going on, and also allow them to be invested in some way.
yeah, bro, for sure, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. I want so that's great segue to get into like game values and advice.
This
Like
actually coincides with me, so if you don't mind, I'll be taking this one.
go ahead, bro.
So I myself, I have a brand. So my brand is Ills.
Mm,
So that being something, just a quick little breakdown. Ills meaning you either dope or you're misfortunate. It depends on how you play your
mm,
cards.
like,
That's exactly what Ills means. And right behind me on this board right here,
mm,
I've been in this game 1 year and I've done 30 drops. And so like what you were saying, like how exclusivity and all that stuff,
mm,
I order a lot. And me, I try to cater to everybody based off color. So like I'll have somebody like pins for somebody who likes red, who likes blue, who likes green. I try to have
mm,
that variety just so that I could kind of take care of everybody and cater to everybody's color needs, or because I do pinups, I do hat battles and all this stuff. So we need certain ammo and color for these battles
mm,
and events
yeah.
and stuff like that. So with that going in, is what advice would you give to someone trying to start a brand in 2026?
In 2026, I mean, in any year.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
honest,
period.
and I was gonna say in any. I'll answer to 2026, but first and foremost, in any year, you gotta be passionate in what you feel like you want to start a business in. I feel like passion is the number one thing that has allowed me to last this long. Um, and I don't want to. I don't say last in like a struggle or like deterring like way, but like just like like it's a tough road building something that you have to convince people to buy into. And first it starts with the passion. But for 2026, um you have to be you have to be fully adept, not even a tad bit. You have to be fully adept with social media marketing and the route that it's going. Um you have to you have AI that comes into to play now. Um and I'm a graphic designer and I don't use AI in my work per se. Um but I use it as a tool in some ways that'll help me formulate an idea that may better explain it to my manufacturer, if you will, like
Yeah,
um
I do that too.
or yeah, like it's helpful in those type of ways. So find where AI can be useful to you, whether it's coming up with a business plan or coming up with strategies to market. um and then also you have to be innovative in how you create, whether it's the product, whether it's the way you market things, um the level of consistency it takes to, because you're competing with a plethora of other people that are trying to get their idea out as well, or whether it's a skit that they did or video, like you're competing with a lot of people on the algorithm. So you have
Yeah.
to be able to like be have some type of structure or game plan for that as well. And then all in all, just starting a brand, you need to know your core values and you need to stick by them too. And you need to know when to, if a core value needs to change, you need to know when it needs to change and how, what's the right way to change it, but still allowing your audience to still feel the true essence of what you created. It's a lot that goes into it, but I feel like a lot of people make brands for fun, which is cool, and that's how I started. But after a while, after the fun part, after you get over the fun part, what is there really left? And so you want this thing to be lucrative in some capacity, whether if you just wanted to be able to feed yourself, or if you wanted to feed you and your significant other, or you plan to have a huge family, so you need to cover all ground. Like, so you gotta,
Mm.
like, depending on what the goal is, like you need to be able to like fully be prepared for it.
Yeah.
And like the research is out there. I used to think that, oh, I needed to find the right person that'll co-sign me, and I'm gonna get this person to wear this, and hey, they never wear it. Like, and then now I just lost out on the product because I was just hoping and praying that like this would be the one person that posts what I wore, I mean what I made, and it'll get me out the hood. I'll get a bunch of exposure. It's like, nah, like we're in a time where like the same way a celebrity could post and go viral, you could do the same thing. What you put out just has to have that heightened level of importance or desirability or just likeness. Like people have to like what you do. And
Yeah.
but first and foremost, you have to like what you do. You have to love what
Yeah.
you do, because if you don't love
Yeah.
it, you ain't convincing nobody or nothing to do
That's a
nothing.
Yeah.
fact.
so so yeah, like you gotta, and that all, like I said from the beginning, it all goes back into the passion for real, because
So
how
that just leads
one,
into the. Oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say like another quote that I live by is, how long do you want to live? Like, and my answer is forever ever. Because
Forever
like
ever.
like how long do you really want to live? How bad do you want it? How
Yeah.
how bad do you want to be remembered when it's all said and done? Like, I'm trying to be remembered like Michael
Yeah, this
Jackson.
song is giving me chills, bro.
You feel me? Like I'm trying to be remembered like Michael Jackson. Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
no.
kids coming out the
This this
womb dancing the
this song
Thriller.
is giving me
Like
chills right now, bro. This right now, like this part of the questions and everything. Ills is gonna take over from here, but I'm
yeah.
getting chills right now, bro, because this is what we trying to do here, man. Like, but go ahead, Ills, get to
Yeah,
take over,
like
baby.
all that is true. I 100% agree. 100% feel for it because how I got into the pin game was from Always Gonna Eat. Like homie, we talked about it yesterday, which is crazy because like I could see a hat now and I'll know the threading, I'll know what they did, I'll know this, I just by looking at a hat I could tell you if it's Bangladesh, China, Laos, whatever. And he was like, bro, a year ago you didn't care for this, and then he sparked this, and he gave me some pins because I'll see him like some, like expressing himself on something. I'm like, bro, like what is this? So then I saw that as a way to, all right, but nobody has this and I like this. So I'm the type of person, if you don't like it, I'm going to make you like it. Like I'm going to inspire you to want to put this on your hat. It just works that way. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, what's something people don't see behind the scenes of running a brand like yours?
It's a lot that they don't see. It's a lot of sacrificing. Whether those be like short-term bad financial decisions or long-term bad financial decisions, that could eventually turn into a short-term gain or a long-term gain. You just never know. You just gotta, when it comes to like the long nights, like I was just saying, like me and tell your friends up every night, bro. Like day in, day out. Ideas get scratched, ideas get made, and they stay. Like you got to figure it out. A lot of people don't realize that like even just like having a brand builds your character, because essentially like you're like raising a kid, if you will. You're pouring what you feel are the best things for this to live on its own, because a lot of people make brands to build them up and sell them, so like if that's the goal, you got to build it up to a substantial amount of like wealth, and not only just wealth financially, but like it has to have some type of credibility, and in order for someone to want to buy it,
Yeah.
And so yeah, just the those late nights, whether like whether it's talking to people that you're collaborating with, or talking to venues to get a or what you call it, like if you
A
want to have a
slot
logo or a
opposition.
band, a slot, yeah, whatever, like and then even when it comes down to like your product, trying to hit deadlines and make sure your product is in on time, trying to make sure that like quality on every print for every shirt or every hoodie or embroidery on every hat is good before it gets shipped out, like all of that, like making sure you got the right photographers, casting the right people to wear your stuff for your campaigns, and like all of those things, although they may seem fun, it is actually a lot of hard work, because you have to like and that's why there's like when you're competing with these big corporations, they have a department for every little thing. Even like I've been in meetings where I'm meeting people for the first time and they know who I am already, and it's like what,
Like,
but that's
how do you
because
even know me?
they have teams that enlighten them on who's out here making things happen, or putting on and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, like, and that's also like a reminder, like you can one day get your brand to that level as well. Like, but yeah, like it takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of like will to like really like. Yeah, I post on Instagram. I got a nice outfit. I'm showing off my hat, or I'm showing off my new shirt I just made, or whatever. But like, it probably took me like 3 to 7 hard weeks to like just get this fully complete. You feel me? And sometimes those weeks come in spurts. You know, sometimes like 1 week I'm focusing on just this logo, and then the next week I gotta focus on the hoodie and making sure it's the right weight and the right the right ounce count, GSM, or making sure that the choosing your colors, making sure your cut, like you got to do research in every department. But that's what I'm saying. These big corporations, they have teams for all of those things.
Yeah.
So you gotta creating a brand. You have to be willing to do every job. You have to be willing to learn every task, and know when to hire someone to do the task that's a little hard for you. Like, like you gotta do it, because without that, there's just no growth.
Yeah, that's facts. Because I be feeling the same way. I be feeling burnt out. Like I'm like, I've done so many colors. Like, what color can I do? So then that's when I start. I'm like, let me put a like a challenge or something, or do a wheel spin for somebody to win a colorway, so that way I don't have to make a color. Because then like get somebody's other perspective into your side of the business, and that also frees you up. Maybe the color I was thinking about isn't good for right now. So we'll run with their color for now, see how it goes. Majority of the time it does do well because they know something that I didn't, and then I'll run my color a different time, or I'll just have everything made now, and when it feels right, then drop it. So I 100% agree with you. I tell my girl all the time, I'm like, babe, like I need to hire somebody. I don't know if I could pay them, but if they're willing to work for pins, I got you. Like help me, help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's you find what works. Find like there's tiers to it. At one point, I wasn't able to give my models like clothes. You feel me? I couldn't afford to do that. So like they were just doing it just because of the strength of the relationship they had with me, or just the interest they had in their modeling career, or like everyone has their own reasons for why they like choose to like be a part of like my world, but or your world, or whoever, and then to the point now, like when I did these hats, I was able to provide them, the models, with the hats.
That's fire.
And that just comes with growth and understanding the financial structure and being what you can, what losses, what wouldn't be deemed a loss if I versus all right, if I gave away one too many hats, now I'm potentially like seeing red and not being able to like get over that hump for a little period of time. But just all those little nuances are very like the key factors and making sure the brand has legs, for sure.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, so why do you think Fourplay lasted 10 years when most brands don't make it past 2?
Bro, honestly,
that's heavy.
Bro, honestly, because I've had peers, friends, associates that have started brands same time I started, maybe before, and they just couldn't push through. I can't. There's never no one real reason, because everybody goes through their own, their own battles. But I feel like for me, what allowed me to last this long, aside from passion and the structure, because I think earlier I mentioned like the level of passion I have for it. I mentioned like the structure on the business side and the creative side being organized, and then also the people I'm around, my group of friends. but alongside that is just having like core principles. Like your brand has to have core principles in the way you run it. You gotta be able to. It's so many things you have to check off. You have to know like you like to last 10 years. And I guess for me it's like for my position that I'm in my life, I'm fortunate to where I do have a support system that like if the I have a support system and I also do graphic design, you know, like where I do graphics for various artists, whether it's music artists or companies that may need like jerseys designed and or shoe designed, or like I'm able to provide some level of service to add on to like the full on vision of things. And you having a clothing brand to last a long time, you have to be willing to do more than what's asked of you. And sometimes it's doing whatever you can to get in that room or that door with this said type these groups of people that you know once you have the right conversation with one of these type of people, it'll push you off to the next level, you know. Like even like I'll take it back to like when I was in I had just graduated college and I ended up getting I didn't have backstage passes to the ASAP Mob's Central Park show, but I was there and I had like a general admission ticket. And one of my cousins was cool with like a lot of the ASAP Mob. My cousin Doug, he had a backstage pass, and he ended up he went backstage, ended up having one of his friends, and I was like getting ready to leave. I was like, yo, like, man, they all backstage without me, like, concert about to be over, like, let me just call it, whatever. As soon as I'm walking away, he texts me like, cuz, where you at? I got them bringing you a pass. And I'm like, yo, no, I'm literally walking. I'm about to walk out the park. I'm like, yo, I'm walking back. Tell him wait. And just for me going back and just perfect timing, me going back, getting the pass, they let me in, and I was able to meet Jay Scott. He was the DJ for A$AP Rocky and A$AP Mob.
Yeah.
And we was able to connect, and he gave me like some word on I had my clothes with me too. I was prepared. I had my clothes to give to somebody, like, you feel me? But like, this is me. This, like I said, I was about to walk up the park. But yeah, having that conversation with him, he giving me some insight, and then him even telling me that like the t-shirt that I had was fire enough that he would wear it. Because if I had the opportunity to ask somebody like, yo, like, if I give you this, like, be honest, would you wear it? Because if not, I'm gonna just take it back home, like, and I'm gonna sell it to whoever likes it, you know. But yeah, like he said, no, I actually like it. He liked the message. I had a shirt with my four logo, that's featured on the back of these hats.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool thing
I had to make sure I use that on the thumbnail.
Yeah. So my last name is Bryant, and it's a lowercase b.
Oh, that's tough. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So it goes deep.
Yeah. When I'm designing stuff, I'm thinking like, all right, this it got this hidden message, it got that hidden message, and it means this and it means that. Like I'm thinking like grand with it. But yeah, just me staying there and meeting him, chopping it up with him. That was like my first like actual conversation with anybody from A$AP Mob. And then later on, I ended up meeting Ferg, and you know, like these, like, thanks to my bro Deli, he introduced me to Ferg. And then me and Ferg started building our own relationship, to where like I sent him like a design, and he tell me what's up about, tell me about like, yo, nah, I think you could do this, or you should market it this way, or whatever. I could, pull up on him or whatever, and he be like, nah, I don't even got nothing to say. You doing right, like, you feel me, like, to where we building that level of relationship. But like, just being, I guess, being prepared, because I had them clothes with me, and then also like right place, right time, and then like also kind of just like forcing to make sure you are at those places, and just being a genuine person at the end of the day. Like, I think that might be the number one thing of all that has allowed me to like get through these past 10 years, is staying true to my character, being genuine, never settling for no as an answer, but also knowing like when to gauge, like when to like quote unquote attack, like when it's time to be aggressive, and make sure that I get that yes when I need it, type of thing. But yeah, like it's moments like that I had with Jay Scott that like it showed me like, yo, like me just being myself in the moment. Like he said he would definitely wear it. No, I never got the photo of him wearing it, but for me it was enough to know that, like, you feel me. And then rest in peace him as well. Like when I seen him a couple months before he passed, out in LA. Me and Deli was at the this is when Denim Tears was launching the cotton reef denim for the first time. We was at the me and Deli were out there, and we ran into him at Nash, and I chopped it up with him briefly, and it was cool. Like, he remembered me immediately, like, and I was like, dang, like, you feel me? Like, so I knew that like me just being myself that day, and this was maybe like 3 to 4 years later from when I first met him. I met him in 2017, and when I see him again, that was 2020. So yeah, like just even just that, it's just like I know that like just me being myself and staying true to my character, being genuine, is definitely pushed me through a lot of rooms that I've always wanted to be in, and conversations that I always wanted to be a part of, and that, yeah, for me, I would say that probably is ultimately the number one thing, at least for me, like the number one thing.
Yeah. So closing out, bro. Damn, that's a heavy. That was a heavy loaded one right there. But closing out, bro. Got two last questions for you. First one is, what's next for Foreplay after hitting the 10-year milestone? And what do you want? What do you want? What do you want people to remember Foreplay years from now? It's a two-part question.
Two-part question. Yeah. What's next? I want to know, like, what's next? Like, what's next month? What's next? Which I want to know.
Hey, that's up to you. I don't know what we have access to. You feel me? We here. We prepare. We here. But you feel me? I don't know what the people are allowed to see. What we're allowed to know. You feel me?
I could say the next hat release. I'm gonna be dropping my first two-tone variants. I haven't done two-tone hats ever, so this is gonna be my first go. I'm gonna see what it feels like, see what it do. I'm super. I ain't even gonna reveal the colors. Like, when they here. You feel me? Y'all gonna see them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, yeah. I feel like people gonna really fuck with them. And then on just carrying the hats on throughout the summer, and my belt as well, getting that into gear, and finally preparing to like release that. That's something that like I've been working on for a long time, and just from uncertainty is why it took me a long time. Uncertainty and how I wanted it to like be designed and things like that. But I've listened to the people that have seen the sample, and like what it is as it is thus far, and just taking notes to like the slight changes that I want to make. And so, like I said, I'm preparing for that as well to get out to the world. And then as far as what I want the brand to be remembered for, um, when it's all said and done, um, I just want the brand. I want people to when they see my brand, despite any level of exclusivity or rarity a piece might have, I always want people to feel welcome. Like that's like my number one thing. I want people to feel like they are
Fire.
invited without the invitation. You know,
That's
I
fire.
don't want I don't want people to, and this is probably like contradictory to like me having my brand page locked at the moment. Like I only lock it because I want to see who is like actually trying, who wants to invest in the brand to go as far as following the brand, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and keeping up with the brand's updates, and it's just that's just by way of me building my sense of community and knowing who's actually like tapped into what's going on and wanting
Yeah.
to be tapped in. But yeah, in that I want those people who choose my brand to always feel welcome. Like
Mm.
that's like number one for me. I I want to be able to provide innovative pieces for all types of people. Um, I want to be able to create things for people's pets. You know, I want to create things. I want to create things for people's newborns. Like I want to have just a various palette of clothes, products, items for people to choose and enjoy. I want people to be able to one day when they walk into the foreplay store, I want them to feel like there's no pressure to be buy this, buy that. I don't ever want that. Like if this is the hangout spot and this is chill, this is the place that keep you safe, like then so be it. Like you feel
Yeah.
me? You're welcome
That's
here.
fire.
That's what I if you like video games, there's gonna be a little video game station right there. Go crazy like you in GameStop playing the demos, like you like
Man,
you feel me? I want
those
that
are the
feel.
days.
Yeah,
That's
those is
fire.
the
That's fire.
days. Like GameStop gonna kick you out because they know you don't got that PS2 in your crib, so they just letting you go crazy
Bro,
up
they let
there.
you bang it out in there, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
like
shout out. Hey, listen, man. I remember those days in Southern Boulevard, bro. That
yeah,
GameStop in Southern Boulevard, that was my spot, bro. I used
facts,
to go there every
facts.
time. Any new game, bro. Anybody want to see me in baseball? You got some
Yeah,
money? You got some money? All right, come on, let's run it. You want 2K? Let's run
let's
it.
run it. Let's run it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
nah, that's fire,
I
man.
wanna. I want. That's like the number one thing I want people. I want people to know that this brand. This is a brand for everyone who chooses to be a part.
That's so fire, bro. That's so
Yeah.
fire. And then yeah, my last question for you, kind of like a little. You feel me? If someone is just now discovering your brand,
Hmm.
what would be the piece that you would say they should start with?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Could I run and let me go run? I guess it's not fair because this shirt is not available anymore at the moment. But I want to run and go grab a shirt.
But go ahead, go ahead. They gotta follow
Let me
up. They
go.
gotta keep up.
Yeah, yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah, because this is not the
Look.
last. It's not like the shirt is not ever coming back out again, or the graphic is not coming back again. But I want to run.
Yes, so man, so far, man. I've had to take a lot of notes.
Yeah.
So I have this shirt here. This is my custom font. This is the first T-shirt I made to introduce my font. Um,
Hmm.
I
Feeling
designed the font.
and
I just
then imaginable realities playing that you.
playing like a youth.
That's deep.
Yeah. So this
That's
is like
deep.
all in all, this is like what the brand represents, and this is the acronym for the brand. So it's FOURPLAY. And so
Yo,
What? Yo.
FURPLA. Nah, that's
What?
crazy.
yeah, yeah. So this is like this quote this acronym like is like the brand's DNA up and down through and through. Um
No,
and
literally.
literally. And my emphasis on just like always always calling back to your childhood. Yeah, like if you ever down and out, look at your childhood for the answers. Like
Yeah, man.
all of it is there. Like we learn the things we learn at an early age and have to unlearn when we're older. Like all of those things, like everything. So like just stay, freeing our unimagined realities, playing like a youth, like literally like having fun, like is
Nah, bro.
typically
You
the answer.
just I'm
Like
gonna pause it right now, but yo, bro, you blew my mind just now.
But
yeah,
you can
this is
That
see
one of
that
those
it's
pieces.
not a brand, like it's a lifestyle. Like
Yeah, yeah,
this shirt broke down everything he's put into it. That's
yeah,
bro, that's
yeah.
crazy.
And
bro, and it's just nah,
on
bro.
all of my
I am
products,
lost for words right now, bro.
on all of my products, I have the tag here with the brand, and this tag is
A Game Boy
if you're in
cartridge.
tune, the Game Boy cartridge, exactly.
Yeah,
I saw the
Yeah,
arrow going down. You see the little where it would say
yeah,
Nintendo, bro. That's
yeah, yeah. And then you flip it up, you flip it
I
over,
love
and
it, bro.
you
I got
it
chills
shows you the
right now, bro.
size.
Bro, I got
But
chills
yeah,
right now. I love it.
this
Wow,
this
dog.
t-shirt, let alone just the graphic in itself, is something that I would like. If this is your introduction to the brand, you should go for a graphic. You should go for this is one of the graphics that you should go for.
Yeah,
bro.
Like
I
My
because
need
mind.
that.
this explains everything about the brand without the interview. Like you feel me? Like this right
Yeah,
there is like this is like
yeah,
okay,
bro.
I
Everything we
see
just
where
broke
like
down in the interview, it just
yeah.
is right there.
It's right there, yeah.
Yo, nah,
I'm gonna tell
bro.
you right now, Ori. Your
hmm
flowers are bouquets, brother. Like
Thank
I
you,
pray
thank
for
you.
nothing but success for you. The thought, the passion, the love, the excitement, the goal, the dream is there, bro.
hmm
It's
Thank
there,
you,
and you have
thank
it.
you.
You have it. You
I
Yeah,
have it.
bro.
appreciate it a
Yeah,
whole lot,
bro.
Holy shit, bro.
I guess say like much like my like my logo. I always say like we forever. Like we just through this interview, through us meeting, we built a strong bond, strong connection, and then like
Yeah, nah,
much
bro.
like much like my logo. So this is the last breakdown I'll give y'all. But this logo in particular, it is the O and U in foreplay, but it's also O as in Ori and U as in you. So this is like Ori and you
And
forever.
together.
Yes.
This
So
guy.
that's
He don't
I
miss,
want
bro.
I
He
want
don't miss.
everybody to when
It's
like the brand is
crazy.
the brand is very personal, and I want people to like, and that was something that I've always struggled with, like how do I market this without having to speak it,
Nah,
and
brother. I look, man. I asked you to be on here, bro. And I'm beyond grateful for you accepting this invite, bro. Bro, I don't even know how to feel right now because everything about what you're doing, bro, like that just and this ending piece was. I thought it was just gonna be like a fun question, but that you bringing that piece out and
yeah,
literally everything we just talked about being
it's,
broke down in there and you showing that last little breakdown, bro. Thank you for coming here, bro.
no, I
Cause
appreciate
dog,
that.
like if there's one thing I appreciate the most is people that put a lot of effort into what they do. Cause like, bro, I pour into myself. I pour into like everything that I do because I love what I do. You feel me?
hmm
At some point, with the time will come where I will get whatever it is that God wants me to get, right? but I do this because I truly love it, and I try to put as
Hmm.
much as possible. And to be able to actually sit down with a person that does the same and
Same thing.
understand that, nah, bro. I thank you, brother. Thank you for being on
I
here, bro.
appreciate.
For
Nah,
real,
thank
man.
you.
Like
Really
that
appreciate.
is damn, dog. Like I'm beyond happy right now, bro. Like I'm beyond
It.
insane,
I ain't gonna lie,
bro.
my hands are clammy, bro. Like I'm nervous,
Word.
I'm excited. Like this,
Nah,
bro.
I
So
appreciate
I
it
I
for
live
real,
by a
man.
quote that inspire people as you were once inspired, and I could say it 1,000 times till I'm blue in the face. You inspired me. We crossed paths before at like pop ups or
Mhm.
whatever, but sitting down and talking to you and seeing something through your eyes, it's an experience that not a lot of people could honestly say they have done. If they miss
Yeah.
out on this, they definitely need to watch this episode because the sauce you was putting out on building something with structure and just respect, it's
Mhm.
well needed in the community for
Yeah,
anything.
Anything,
bro.
honestly.
Your values, your morals, your that the integrity that you carry through
Living
all of
it.
this
Mhm.
is wow, bro. Wow, bro.
Nah, thank
Bro,
you, thank you.
one day, bro, one day you gonna be like, bro, I'm getting chills right now from what I'm about to say, bro. You're gonna be on that 42nd Street billboard, bro, where the ball
Boy,
drops. That's gonna be you,
yo,
bro. That's gonna be you, brother.
yo,
Bro,
yo.
Guarantee.
I know you are, bro, because what you doing right now, bro. Listen, bro, this is the podcast where we give flowers. Yeah, we bring on people and we interview them and everything, but we also give the flowers, bro. And I promise you, bro, like I I'm not I in no way, shape, or form am I God, bro, but I can foresee, bro, you gonna be on there, bro. I'm gonna be walking down 42nd Street and I'm gonna be seeing you shaking your shoulders,
Yo, we
doing
spoke to him, bro. We
like
had him on the podcast, bro. That's crazy.
Like, bro, nah, bro, for real. You gonna be on 42nd Street, bro, on that big billboard, bro. I'm gonna be walking down 42nd Street looking up, and I'm gonna be like, yo, we had him on the pod, baby. Like, you
Hell
remember when
yeah.
we was at the pop-up and we ran into him, bro? Like,
Hell
look at him right
yeah.
there, bro. And they just don't understand how hard this man has been working, bro. Cause, bro, this is only 10 years, baby. This is only 10 years, baby. Like, bro, keep oh man,
Wait, you got
everything you
I
said,
think he
bro.
got muted. I think he got muted.
No. You still out. Nah, bro. Wow, dog. I am.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Nah, I
Yeah.
can't hear.
Nah. Nah, bro. Dude, every like, bro. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. I'm going straight, like legit, bro. My notebook is right
Yeah,
there.
we hear you now.
My notebook is right there. A lot of things that you said, bro. I'm writing them down and I'm adding them to my list of things, bro. Cause it's just, bro. You will be there, bro. You will be there.
Yeah. Nah, it's so crazy you said that. That's why I just went like this, because bro, literally the day of my pop up, I was on 42nd, like the morning before my pop up, I was on 42nd Street, bro. And I took a picture of the freaking billboard, bro. The camera is not catching it. I don't know. But look, I
Right?
took a
Yeah.
picture.
Oh yeah.
I took a picture of the billboard for that very reason, bro. Like,
Bro, what the
yo,
fuck?
bro, like that's I can't. I that's all I can say, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Go ahead,
You know
bro.
how
Cause
many
listen.
eyes seen that billboard, bro? Holy shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You will be there, bro. The ball gonna be there. The ball's gonna be dropping, and you gonna be right there, and they gonna be seeing Ori shaking shoulders. You feel me? Getting like, hey, ah. You gonna
Ah,
be
word.
ah. You feel me?
Nah,
Yeah,
for
baby.
real.
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
word, bro.
Everything that you doing, man. Everything that you doing will be gold, baby. Everything that you
I
touch will be gold, brother.
I
Cause
really appreciate it.
man. You got passion, brother. You got passion, and I am beyond inspired, bro. beyond inspired by everything that you're pouring into your brand, bro, and to yourself as well, bro, and for the people, because a lot of the stuff that you do is you, but you're putting it out there for everybody, bro.
Hmm.
Well,
No,
bro.
no,
Well,
absolutely. I really, really appreciate it, man. Like, I've, I don't know, just come a long way, man. 10 years is a feat for sure. Ten
yeah,
years, 10 years is something, and I kid you not, like every day feels like day one. Every single day feels like day one, and I always wanted to feel that way. I
I
always
care.
wanted to feel that way. Like,
I care. I care. I mean, it shows through your work, brother. It
thank
definitely
you,
shows through your work.
thank
Because
you.
listen, not a lot of people can put that much passion into it for 10 years, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, bro. Definitely shows. But yeah, man. You got any last words for the people that has been here?
Man, make sure y'all tune into this episode, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is my first interview. This is my first interview of the 10-year mark of the brand. Like,
Yeah, man.
I'm extremely grateful to be on this platform. I'm overly grateful to be accepted within the hat community. Um, Despite that not being the hat is not like the main prowess of my brand, but it's definitely something that like I make an emphasis on when I'm creating.
Yeah.
Um, and to get the amount of love, I've been I was shopping at Cap USA back when I was in high school, and so full circle moment to have a pop up there and their grand opening or their 30-year mark, and then my 10-year mark. Um, Shout out my brother Diallo. Um, he's I do a basketball tournament for Juneteenth every year with my brother Lefty, and Cap USA has sponsored it every year. We've done
Mm.
every year we've done it, so we've always had a great relationship. Um, and it's for me, it's like yo, when this year came around and I saw it was 2026, I was like, dang, it's really 10 years. So my goal, literally, all since January, my goal. I mean, even prior, but really now, just emphasize like jumping into the fire with everything that I do and making sure I'm looking like I'm I'm pushing out the best results possible. But yeah, like this year, once it clicked on me, like, oh yeah, this is year 10. This brand has to go. Like this brand has to. I done been to Complex Con. I done seen other brands do their thing, and I done been around my peers such as J Tips, F Bravado, um,
Mm.
JJ Grant, number of
Mm.
a numerous amount of Loso, just so many great creatives throughout the city,
Yeah.
and to to feel like I have a community behind me is more than enough that I can ask for, and it's all the fuel aside from what I pour into myself. It's all the fuel that I need to know, like, all right, this is something that should last forever. I should keep going. I should wake up every day, and this is the first thing on my mind. I need to make sure that, like, when it's all said and done, this brand stands a test of time. I'm thinking what what Nego where Nego could have taken Bape, and where and and the passion and prowess that like Rick Owens puts behind his brand. And for
Mm.
me, that's the threshold that Ralph Lauren sits.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
and Ralph from the Bronx, and I'm from the Bronx. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking in that realm, like I want my brand to be of that stature to where
Yeah.
like it's a name that people can't shake, you know?
Forever lasting, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Forever lasting. But yeah, man. Thank you for being on the show.
I
Ills, you got
appreciate
any
it, bro.
words? You got any
Yeah,
words for the
you already
Orie?
know. I extend this hand to every guest we have.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a pin creator.
Mm-hmm.
I do the hat accessories. Yeah, I made a hat. I have others coming out, but I'm first and foremost a pin creator. If you ever want to create something just to maybe grab a little, from the pin community, because the pin community is it's a big market, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big market. If you want to collab on something, it's all expense paid,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just another way to give you flowers into something, or if you maybe have an idea for something,
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
I do. It's crazy you say that. It's cool too. I'm happy you presented that with me because I'm definitely working on with one of my bros. We working on doing like a hat. It's not a fitted, but we're working on a hat where like we just go crazy with the pins, like custom pins with our designs and stuff. So like if there's any way we could have you on board to help, propel that idea that we have.
yeah, bro, I'm down,
Yeah,
bro. I love this.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I have a bunch of different designs. I have 5 different designs as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna, make your own little colorway on it, or we
Uh-huh.
could UV print. Like we could get the OU, the Forever Bones. It could be
Uh-huh.
UV printed onto a design.
Mm.
There's many ways to do it. I'll be grateful on my end,
Mm-hmm.
and we could definitely do something for the pin community too.
Nah, for sure.
So
Yeah, yeah. Nah, yeah. I'm definitely for it. I'll speak to my bro and we see what we could do for sure. I definitely
appreciate it.
appreciate it, bro. Definitely.
But yeah,
And
man.
thank y'all for having me, man. For real, for
No,
real.
thank you for accepting the invitation, brother. Because honestly, bro, I am. Listen, man. I know. A few years from now, I'm gonna be looking at the screen like, damn, bro. We actually had him on the show, bro. Like, yeah, that was us. Yeah, bro. Like that was us. We had him on the show, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
word,
man.
word.
Keep going, bro. Keep going. You are. I was saying here giving you flowers for being fly, bro, and everything, but yo, beyond that, bro, you are an inspiration on a different level. You feel me? Like on
Thank
a
you.
different level, bro. For real,
Thank
for real. But yeah, man. But everybody, y'all already know this is the Keep It Bean podcast. I am your host, always gonna eat. My co-host, Ills. Y'all already know. And today we had an amazing episode with none other than
you.
Ori, Mr. Foreplay, Bat Gang in the building. You
Uh,
feel me?
yes,
You feel
sir.
me? And y'all already know. We'll see y'all not this Sunday. Next Sunday we'll see y'all. Got a special one coming. Y'all already know.
Peace.
Yo, send me y'all sizes